Y'all, thank y'all so much for being here with me today. Lord Jesus, thank you for giving us this moment. Thank us for giving us this accomplishment. This is very big for the Outspoken team. I really do appreciate everything you have blessed us with in the past, present, and the future. And Lord, continue to bless us, guide us, and keep us near your holy hands. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Clarissa Rankin, CLARISSARANKIN.
And you're a social media influencer?
Yes, my name is Clarissa Rankin. I'm one of the biggest social media influencers in the world for the women trucking community. And today I'm here with the women equality, and we're celebrating just the empowerment of women. I'm so excited. I'm so empowered to be here because I got my first opportunity in the trucking world from a woman. So.
And being an influencer, kind of like being an entrepreneur, how do you think that plays a good role as kind of like a role model for women and younger girls?
Well, being an influencer, for one, your audience can go from a couple months old as a little baby all the way down to the elderly community. So I influence not only one community, but all. And I mean, little kids is looking up to me saying, look, if she can be in a male-dominated field as a woman, I can do that too. But not just in trucking. I'm encouraging women and little girls they can be a mechanic. They can be not just a school teacher. They can also work in law enforcement. They can work in military. Anything that a man can do, we can do it also. So being an influencer is just empowering the mind. Like, you can be anybody you want to be as long as you believe in yourself. So
that was perfect.
Was that good
enough? Anything you want to add?
Yeah. What can I add? Oh, yeah. Always remember to stay true to yourself. Whatever you got to hear, just remember to apply it. And if you believe in yourself, that makes everybody else a believer also.
All right.
And I stay true to that. And then you see how my voice changed, you see I'm off camera there. I stay true to that. Okay? I stay true to that.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I was born in Georgetown. Y'all know what Georgetown is? Yeah, I was born in the country. But a lot of my followers know me just from being me. All right? One thing I can tell you, I am a great storyteller. All right? So can I tell y'all a story? Before we get started, do everybody got a scar on them? Some kind of scar, like any kind of scar. Just think about it. When you first got that scar, what did it do? Did it hurt? It hurt, right? But then did it start healing? Where do you think that healing started? Within. But then with the scar, you had to clean it up. You had to babysit it. You had to put some peroxide on it. You had to put a Band-Aid on it. But you always gonna remember that scar. You're gonna remember where it came from, what day it happened, and how it happened. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story, okay? So one thing about me, I'm from the South, but I was always had this big personality, and I was always told, you're too much, you're too extra, you need to calm down, you're too loud, you're bad, you're troubled, because I was so big in this little country town, right? And then I was also breaking the generational curse of being raised by a single mother who was already abused by her father, by her husband. So then it became me, the last of the bunch, with this big personality. It was a lot. So I knew that I didn't think it was a problem. I didn't think it was a bad thing I was like that. So I used to get a lot of scars. Sit down, talk too loud, you're doing too much. But as I got older, I started to think, like, people like my personality. People like who I am. People like what I have to give. So I decided to find my high school sweetheart, and that's my oldest son back there, Shimon, my oldest son, and I have my youngest son here, and my husband here, that's my cameraman. I have my road manager, my cousin, and I have my first supervisor ever in the trucking community here. All right. So when I found my high school sweetheart, we fell in love and we had this baby boy. And then I realized when I had this baby boy, now it's not just me no more. I got to find me a job. So I started working as a CNA. You know, that's the first job you can think about. They pay what, $8.25 an hour wiping booty. I didn't care. I did it for the people. You get what I'm saying? I love the residents. I love my residents, honey. I'll never forget one of them name was Miss Rose. Miss Rose, baby, let me tell you about Miss Rose. Miss Rose used to have some bright red hair and bright red lips. Miss Rose used to love when I come in. We could sit down at 5 o'clock and watch the stories, and we can watch Wheel of Fortune. And I used to sneak in there and watch my little stories. But the only thing I was there for, just to take care of that little boy. But then, as I was working at nursing home, it was this man working there in the kitchen. He used to do the dietary stuff. Ain't that the name of the word? I think it's dietary. But he used to walk by with his hands in his pockets. And I wasn't looking for nobody, but I used to like the way he walked by with his hands in his pockets. And one day, that guy, he was like, he asked, do I got any girlfriends or somebody he can talk to because he's going through a bad breakup. And I said, no, I don't got no girlfriends you can talk to, but give me your number and I'll call you when I get off work. Now, no, I get off work 11 o'clock. It's all about me and my son. I'm a single parent. It's all about me and my son. And I got off work. I called him at 11:57 that night. And I didn't get off the phone with him till the next morning at 7 a.m. And that's my husband. And we, yes, and we was love. We fell in love at first sight, and like, it was just like, we were just made for each other. We've been together now, I don't know how many years. It's lifetime, you know what I'm saying? It's life. You don't even count no more. You just keep on going with the years. But we decided to have this out of nowhere. We fell in love so fast, boom, boom, boom. We moved in together so quick, and then we got pregnant, quick, all within a year. Literally, all within a year. But when we ended up having our youngest son, he was born with a heart defect. So I couldn't work. Took me out of work. It was a bad heart defect. So he was the only one working. And one of the things he kept saying was, I want to get my CDL. I want to get my CDL. I want to get my CDL. But I can't quit my job. I can't stop working. I got to take care of y'all. But I want to get my CDL. That went on for a couple years. He kept saying it. And then finally I said, as a woman, I said, how about this? Pay up the bills 2 months, quit your job. Just quit. We'll put everything in the Lord's hands. We'll let the Lord just generate us from there. Just quit your job. So he quit and he went and got his CDL. But while he was getting his CDL, I was going to school online for my bachelor's in criminal justice. Took me 4 years to get that doggone degree. Listen to me now. 4 years to get that degree. It cost thousands of dollars. But it was going to take me 10 years to make almost $55,000 under the degree. He came out, listen, with his CDL, and he got job offers immediately. Because he had, it's like a golden ticket he had. And the jobs was offering him big boy money. But I was like, no, I'm going to keep using my degree. I done worked so hard for it. I went and worked for the prison system, like just working, trying to use the degree. I ended up going to work in the school system, teaching a class of principal and family of human services. So I went from nursing, I went in the prison system, and I went to teaching. Just all trying to find a way to use this degree, you know? But it wasn't no money. It wasn't no money with this golden ticket. This degree. I thought it was they teach us to go to school, get your education, and then make a living for yourself. But it wasn't no money holding this degree. So I decided to say, hey, Joey, how about we start our own trucking company? And he was like, okay, okay? Okay, because one thing, he was a big procrastinator. He didn't want to take that step. I said, okay, well, if we start our own trucking company, I'm going to be your broker. I'm going to be your dispatcher because I can be at home like a woman, with the kids. So let's start our own trucking company. I went to school and got my broker certification. and try to learn how to dispatch. But one thing when I went to school to get the broken certification, it's easy for me to catch on with education-wise because I'm a big studier. I'm a big note taker. I am dyslexic. So I take a lot of notes. I'm very big on writing stuff down and having pictures everywhere. That's just me. So I got the education with broker, but I didn't understand the trucking side of it because I'm dyslexic. I got to be hands-on. So I didn't know what bobtail mean. I didn't know what dry van mean. I didn't know what shipping and receiving. I didn't know what none of that stuff meant. So then I came back to Joey and I said, okay, now I'm supposed to a little bit confused. So we got this little education, but now I don't understand what it means. So I said, Joey, I'm gonna have to go get my CDL. And he said, oh, now, hold up. Nope, that's not, nope, oh, no, that ain't gonna work. Nah. Yeah, nah, that's for a man, nah. I said, I'm gonna have to get it because I don't understand nothing that's going on with this paperwork. Now, at the time, I was working in the school system still, waiting tables at night, trying to make a little extra living because he said, okay, go ahead and get it because he knew that I wasn't understanding. So he said, go ahead and sign up to get your CDL. I said, okay. Well, I went to the orientation. When I went to the orientation, now it was a room similar to this, like half of this, real nice area in Kannapolis, North Carolina. I looked around and it wasn't nobody like me. I'm so girly, I'm so loud, my nails, my hair, it wasn't nobody like me. So I was like, Joy might be right. I don't know if I can. Then I said, you know what? I'm going to take over this. Girl, you know how we get as women. We get that little ding dong. I said, I'm going to take over this. I said, I'm going to be somebody in this. Like, I'm going to make this. Like, I can see it now. I just was just sitting there just thinking like, it needs to liven up a little bit. So I went home. I said, Joey, it's going to cost $2,000 to get this CDL, and we need this because I think it's going to be really good. So he said, $2,000. I said, yeah. I said, but I can wait tables. I can use my personality, wait tables, make the money, put the money aside to pay for this education, right? So he said, baby, you always want to do something. Sit down. You always want to do something. But I knew in my mind, I can make it work. Like, I can do this. When I looked around, it wasn't nobody like me. It wasn't no women. So I said, Joy, I think I can do it. He said, oh, okay. So I started waiting tables at East Coast Wings, and I started putting aside the money. When I applied for the CDL school, I applied for a scholarship. Because I just got out of college. I'm big on scholarships and stuff. Got $750 off, all right? So then it knocked it down to like $1,100. So honey, the man said, you can make 3 payments, 2 payments, or 1 payment. Long as that payment paid, we don't care how I get here. I came in there every Friday like a scripper with a handful of ones, I ain't lying. And I gave them to him every Friday. I came in there with my money, But I gave him my money to pay for my schooling. But when I started school, it wasn't no women like me. But I was able to learn it because, like I said, I'm so hands-on. I was able to understand what the broken meant. I was able to understand what all this coupling and dropping and all that stuff meant. But then I started videoing immediately, educating other women like, look, my husband let me do it. Now y'all can do this, girl. We can come in here and rule the world. It is fun. It is exciting. Once I got behind that steering wheel, it was so fun. It was so big, and I was maneuvering better than the men because I could listen, and I'm a nurturer. I was treating that trailer like it was a little baby, Like I made a video and it went viral. I'll never forget this. I said I was wiggling that trailer like it was a behind. I was just wiggling on in there, and I just carry my trailer like I'm carrying a trailer full of babies. I take my time, and I was so gentle with it. But by the time you knew it, I was end up top of the class in CDL, and then I had my CDL, right? I got it. I was so proud of myself. I got my CDL June 14, 2000, whatever year, it's 5 years ago. But I got my CDL, and that was the same day of my wedding anniversary. So I was like, this is a lucky day. Girl, I got my husband on this day, and I got my CDL on this day. Something good gonna happen out this day, right? So now I got my CDL. And then the whole time I was in school, they kept saying, you're not going to be able to find a job local. You're going to have to go over the road. You're going to have to leave them kids. You're not going to be able to work with them long nails on. You're not going to be able to do this. All the men kept saying, nope, Clarissa, no. It was just no. But I looked at that as like cuts. Like, didn't I say if you got a scar, you're going to start healing where? Within. So I looked at that as just cuts, So I started healing within. I told myself, if a job can't come to me, let me go to a job. So I started getting more education. I went and got my hazmat, my triple and double. I went and got all this stuff to put on my license. So you can't turn me down. Like, you got everything you asking for, I got it. So I went and got that all within 1 month. I applied for jobs on top of jobs. And all these men, 6 interviews, turned me down. Every last one of them. One man looked at me up and down. He wanted me. But anyway, he looked at me up and down. He said, I will hire you as my assistant, but I would not hire you as my truck driver. I remember the place and everything. Didn't I tell you remember a scar? I remember the place. I remember his look on his face. He looked at me up and down. He was like, nah, I ain't going to hire you as my driver, but I'll hire you as my assistant. I said, did I come here? And I got nasty. I did. Lord, forgive me. I said, did I come here and apply for an assistant job? No, sir. You have a good day. Because by that time, I'm over it. Like, that was the last one. Like, I'm just over it. And I was just like, I didn't give up, and I told Joey about it. Joey said, well, maybe you might need to go. This is what he said, y'all. This is what he said. He said, maybe you might need to go in there with some cargo pants on and a T-shirt or like a nice, button up. And I said, no, I would never change myself as a woman to get a job. I would never do that. Either they're going to hire me as a woman, yes, or they're not going to hire me at all. I would never do that. So I just got bold. And I put on Facebook, I got my CDLs, y'all. And it was a man that said, hey, I know this place in Kannapolis hiring. So I was like, they hiring? He said, yeah, they're looking for a driver. And in my mind, I didn't get no oh, they ain't gonna give me that job. I said, okay, healing within, I'm going for it. So I called the place, and that's what Alvin come in. Alvin, you remember this? I called the place, and they said they looking for a CDL driver to take the truck from point A to point B. It was only 13 miles. And she said, they said, come up here for an interview. And I said, okay. I went up there the week before July 14th. It would have been a whole month. It was a Friday. I went up there and I sat down. This woman came in, pretty little white lady. What was her name, Alvin? Huh? McBride. Came in, she was a sassy little thing too. She sat down, she said, okay, I need a driver. Do you got your CDL? I said, yes, ma'am, I do. And I'm certified. She said, okay, I don't care nothing about all that. But she said, I don't even know what that means. I just want to know if you can drive that truck. I said, yes, ma'am, I can. I got you, friend. I said, I was top of my class. I was just so excited. She said, well, okay, I don't understand that. She said, well, listen to this. She said, I'm going to... And I said, before you say anything, look, I've been dying looking for a job. This is my 6th interview. This is my 6th or 7th interview. I said, I'm so tired of looking. Please, Lord. I said, girl, if you give me this job, I promise you, I got you, friend. I got you. She said, okay, I got it. You got it. I'm going to give it to you. She said, not only am I going to give it to you, I'm going to give it to you with a $3 and something cent raise more than my other drivers because you have hazmat, triple and double endorsements. Because they needed hazmat. So you remember I said healing within? I didn't let somebody try to stop me. I went and got more education when they was telling me no. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, girl. So I went in and she gave me the paperwork, putting that amount on there of what I was going to be making. And there came Alvin. So Alvin was my first warehouse supervisor. And he been with me on this journey along the whole entire way, you know? So I started working there, and boy, them cuts start to come. Oh, how you can't drive that truck. The other two men that was there, I remember, look at them back there laughing. They gave me, boy, they ran me through it. You can't drive this truck. Now, how they gonna hire you? Oh, they gave me, they talked so bad about me. Oh, and I used to always have my nails and, you know, big booty, small waist, we out here, you know, my hat on, you know. I'm a woman. I'm not changing me. And they used to bash me one time. Oh, they just give me the world. Finally, both of them one of them quit, one of them got fired because he was just doing too much talking, and it was just me. So all that trash I got from all these other jobs, now y'all need me, but I'm a woman. I moved that trailer every day. I'd stay overtime. I learned how to work the trailer even more because I was by myself. Then I decided within 6 months of me just now getting my CDLs and driving, I came back home again. I said, hey, Joey, got a new thing. He said, what? I said, let's sell the house. He was like, what? I said, yeah, let's sell the house. I said, now, we said we was going to start our own business. We need the money. Let's sell the house. He was like, well, we ain't selling no house. I said, no, we got to sell the house. We need the money to start our own trucking business. So he said, kind of find out, thinking about it, he's a good man, girl. He didn't be following along, right along with me. So we decided to put the house on the market. Within 3 months, we used the same realtor. We sold the house. 1 year of me having my CDL, I was able to sell my house, start my own trucking business, me and my husband. But then also, I was able to leave that job because that job ended up closing down 2 months after I left, fully shutting the doors. So with me believing in myself, encouraging my husband to believe in me, jack him off the cliff because he was staying on there for dear life, waiting on the blood of Jesus to come back, me jerk him off the cliff, we was able to start our own trucking business. Okay? Sorry, this is getting on my nerves, this little dangling thing. Keep up with the time for me, please. So we started our own trucking business, and I started doing more and more videos, telling people about how I got started, being a female and in this male-dominated world, telling people about every move I make, everything I went through, and just encouraging other women, hey, like, this is a great career. I was making great money from the beginning. Now I'm making well over 6 figures. Just educating other women on social media by using YouTube about this job, like, because y'all not thinking about it. Women are thought to be teachers, doctors, nurses, and they think that they're not thought to be a plumber, a mechanic, a electrician. They're not thinking about that. So I wanted to educate other women with my big old bubbly personality that this is a great job. It's fun. It's exciting. You can travel the world. I started taking my sons with me. We went everywhere, honey. If he want crawfish, we going to Louisiana. If he want to go to the beach, we're going down to Florida. We taking a load from here, going there. He want to go to New York, we're going up to New York. Anywhere they wanted to go, we was able to go because I'm a truck driver now. And I put money on my back in the trailer and just haul. So I'm making money, but also I'm spending time with my family. I'm spending time with my kids. We're making more money than what we ever made in life. But in the mix of that, I'm showing social media. That's the world now. Let's be real. That's the world now. I'm showing social media, hey, I did this. You can do it. You can do this. So then eventually, I was making all these videos, but they wasn't getting seen. But I didn't give up. I just kept making them. And then when the pandemic hit, I was like, right before the pandemic hit, I told Joy, I said, I'm so tired of doing these videos and not getting seen. And I never really get frustrated when it comes down to my believing in myself. I never really get frustrated, but I just got frustrated. And I said, I'm about done with making these videos on YouTube and not getting seen. So then Joy said, post on TikTok. I said, what's that? I said, am I saying it right? Spell it out for me. Y'all know I'm dyslexic. I said, spell it out for me. Let me sound it out. He said, TikTok. And I said, well, what you got to do, Joey? I always get frustrated with my husband sometimes. I said, what you got to do? You got to dance? Because, you know, back in the day, you thinking it's just dancing, you know. Now, I could throw a little booty a little bit, but I'm not a dancer, you know. So I was like, what do you got to do? Like, and then I seen my first video. I think you was catching the gummy bears like that in your mouth. I was like, I'm too grown. I ain't doing that crap, you know. So then the same thing I was doing on YouTube, I started doing on TikTok. It didn't click. It didn't click to me. I don't know why. But he said, do the same thing. So I said, okay, I guess I'll try it. So a couple days went by, didn't think nothing of it. And I posted that one video catching the gummy worm or catching the gummy something. And I went to a stop up in somewhere in Virginia. And me being a woman, I go to stops just like this, hair like a drag queen, honey. I just go in there, my nails out the door, you know, here I am. So I walked up to the door and I rung the doorbell. No answer. And I'm at an old country Tractor Supply. It was an old area. I'm about the only black person they're going to see because it was like that type of area, you know, but they was wonderful people. I done delivered there many a times, especially now that they done went viral with this video. They love me now. Now I'm a star for them. So I went to the door, no answer. I said, you know how you don't like to go in nobody's house? You ain't just gonna walk in nobody's house. So I knocked on the door, still no answer. So I said, yeah, I'm just gonna creep on in here. So I walked in, I said, hey y'all, anybody? And I wasn't nobody in the back, so I walked up through the doors, you know, the one that say employees only. And here I go. I said, hey y'all, and it was the older man. And he said, and he seen me come out the back. He said, how can I help you? I said, oh, I'm here to make your delivery. He says, huh? I said, I'm here to make your delivery. He said, hold on, say what? I said, I'm the truck driver. I'm here to make your delivery with the dog food. And he stepped back and oh, you're the truck driver. And I said, yes, I'm here to deliver your dog food. He said, oh, okay. He said, what you delivering again? I said, now, sir. I said, now, come on. I'm here to make a delivery. Where you want me to go? He said, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. He said, you're so beautiful. I'm not used to a woman driver. So I'm like, well, get used to it. Where you want this trailer to go? You know? So I got in the truck and I backed it up to the dock and he said, back up right there. And he got me unloaded. He came back out. He said, I apologize to you. He said, I'm not used to seeing a woman, especially, ooh, Taisha, you so pretty. Look at Taisha. That's one of my outspoken girls, y'all. But and he said, I'm not used to seeing a woman come and you're beautiful. And he said, I'm proud of you. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Give me my paperwork. We can get on down the road, you know. So, but before I pulled off, I made a video. And I said exactly what happened. The same thing I would do on YouTube. And I ended up saying what he thought I was going to be delivering. Boobs and booty, you know, as a stripper dancing in the back of the trailer. And I recorded it, not thinking nothing of it. Not thinking nothing of it. And I'm going to stop right there. Before I gave up on social media, I had a vision. And you remember what Lisa said? Vision, vision. And I was riding down the road. This was about 2 years before I made that video. I was riding down the road and something kept telling me, write your vision, make it plain. So I was at a stoplight. I had sticky notes and pens, because like I tell you, I'm very visual. I'm a big note taker. So I always keep sticky notes and something by me if I can take notes. And I wrote down everything that was coming to my mind. World most famous female truck driver, motivational speaker, viral content, start a business and give back to women, motivate men, motivate people to be who they want to be, believe in yourself. All this stuff started coming through my mind. By the time you know it, by the time I got to the third stoplight, my truck was full of sticky notes, and they looked like a fiesta. You know how y'all be having the flags with the stuff, and it was just words everywhere, and it was just so overwhelmed with with me. I called my best friend Sade. I said, girl, just something just on my heart, on my spirit. Just so much is coming to me. And I don't know what it is. And it just was everywhere. I couldn't get it out of my mind, but I had to write it out. I had to get it out of me. What that was doing was making a vision board right then and there. Didn't think nothing of it. And I started riding the road, and then I started crying, like, I just really believe, like, it's something, it was hitting me so big, like, it was just something so over me, like, you're going to be somebody one day. You're going to be big. You're going to be famous. It was just so, I'm getting emotional, I guess, because it was just sitting on me, and I couldn't shake it, you know? It was like a big weight, and I just didn't understand it. And I feel like it's the Holy Ghost. I probably was. I don't know who y'all believe in, but I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So I feel like he was just sitting there talking to me, praying on me. And then finally, a couple years later, didn't think nothing else of it, still had those sticky notes. Posted that video, went viral. I didn't even know it went viral. Joey noticed it. That thing hit. And it hit million, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, and it kept hitting. Then I said, now I got my audience. I started doing everything I used to do when I wasn't getting seen, applying it to TikTok. 2 million, 1 million. All my videos started hitting. It was my moment. It was my moment. Then I became, Clarissa Rankin. So now, what I do on my social media is I encourage women, men, to not even get into trucking, just to believe in who you are. Because now I have the audience. Yeah, look at my girl Lisa. Yes, Lisa. Now I have the audience to talk and to influence. And now I have been seen all over the world. I done been to Germany. When they asked me to go to Germany, I didn't want to leave my doggone babies. But I was asked to go to Germany for a truck. The owner of Freightliner. I done had an interview in France. They changed my words, you know. Then they spoke the French, you know. Then I had an interview in Africa. Well, they called us from Africa, all over the U.S. CBS. Gayle King said my name. I don't know if y'all know who Gayle King is. But y'all Oprah friend, y'all know Oprah friend. She said my name and said she loved me, you know. I had an interview with CBS, Business Insider, Inside Edition, you name it, I was just seen there. I just had an interview on Thursday with Sephora. You know why? Because in the mix of me being a truck driver, I said, I'm gonna give back to the trucking community because there's no makeup in this truck stop. There's no women essential items in this truck stop. There's none of that in this truck stop. I'm going to use my platform to give back to the women. So I decided to take my money that I started to make from doing promotional deals. Because I started doing promotional deals, but you name it, I got it. Febreze, you name it, I did a promotional deal. Signing 6-figure contracts just to promote a 10-second video. So I took the money and invested back in myself. I called Sade. I said, girl, I think I'm going to start my own cosmetic line and travel central line because I want them to put it in the truck stops. And she was like, what? I said, yep, I'm going to start it because they need some more stuff in there for the women because we are out here. And I'm going to make sure that percent going to go from 10% to about 40% of women in the trucking industry. So when they do get in the trucking industry, they're going to have some makeup. They're going to have some cosmetics and everything. They're going to have travel central items. They're going to have porta potties and everything for they can have and feel comfortable as a woman in their truck. And she was like, okay, friend, let's do it then. And me and Sade have been friends since high school. So I started it. It's called Outspoken Collections. And now I sell cosmetics, but not just cosmetics. Everything is related back to trucking. The lipstick is a tire pressure gauge. The tire shine is lip gloss. You got a license plate is the license plate is a bright license plate. The CDL is my best friend Sade's name after Sade because she's a very mellow girl, very naturally beautiful. So her CDL pad, you can get your CDL now. And then I had this big vision. I could not have this cosmetic line without putting it in a truck. I want your item delivered like I will make a delivery. So I end up finding a vendor that make me trucks. So now I put the cosmetic line in the back of a truck. I seal it up with a piece of a heart, and the wheels turn. And I sell. Like last night, me and Shadi was on there. All my outside girls, we were just selling. We selling makeup online, and they buying tire pressure gauges. They're even learning about the trucking world because they're buying items that we would have on a truck. Then I sell it with the travel essential items, porta potties. We all got women. We use the bathroom more than men. And here go Joey. Yeah, it's taking you forever to get there because you pull over to use the bathroom so much. Well, I'm a woman. I done carry 2 kids. Look, my bladder ain't like everybody else's. So porta potties, shower bags, you name it, I sell it. And it's on subscription base coming up next year for you can have bags in the liquid absorber to put in your porta potty. You can get that come to your house every month. So me as a woman went from me being with a scar. You never gonna be able to go OTR. I mean, you're gonna have to go OTR. You're gonna have to leave them kids and just gashing. But I started healing within, believing in myself. My vision board is so big and so much is on there because I just put that's my peroxide in my Band-Aid. I put it over, clean it up, but always remember this. When you take that Band-Aid off, you're fully healed. Did it really stop anything? It's always gonna lead back to a story. And when I first started trucking, never in a million years, I thought that all those negative words was gonna lead to so much positive. But I always believed on my healing within, believed in myself, believed in what I was thinking, believed in what I was saying, believed when that spirit came on me to make a move, I moved. That's why when she said, look, start that vision gonna come plain. And it don't always have to be in trucking. It don't have to be just in what you ordinarily think every single day. Can be anything you want to be. So one more thing before I go. I got the youngest follower I had watching me was 4 months. And he liked my voice. And she would record him because he liked my voice. The oldest follower I had following me was 89 at the time. And that's because she liked my sass. So now I'm not only touching women and girls, I'm touching kids. Little girls send me videos and say, it's trucker's life, baby, And this one little girl, she'll watch me on the video and she'll sit next to my video. And you know what I'm talking about, Joey? And she'll look at me like I am a model to her. And I get so emotional when I see her. She just literally, she'll sit just like this. And I feel like I'm Michelle Obama. You know that little girl looked up at Michelle Obama picture, girl? I just know I'm Michelle because she just sits there and she looks at me. But it's just letting me know your job is well done. That little girl's gonna never forget you. Even though one girl told me yesterday, she said, you know what I love about you the most, Clarissa? I said, what? She said, your double chin. And I said, well, girl, that thing just gets on my nerves. It's so stubborn. She said, no, what I love about it is you just continue to be you. You don't let that feel like me as a plus size woman. It makes me feel comfortable in my skin because you wear it. I said, well, girl, I can't hide it. It's everywhere I go. But she said, you make me feel comfortable as a plus size woman. And she is a grown woman. So you can always influence another woman. Like you said, next year we bringing 5 people, I might bring 10. I brought my 2. So do that count for next year? My 2 right here count. And then I brought my boys. But my 2 right here count, okay? But thank y'all so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. And my name is Clarissa Rankin. You can look me up. And like she said, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Whatever somebody purchased, they'll be entering into a drawing for a giveaway. Thank y'all. Hey y'all, it's your girl Clarissa Rankin. I just had a great motivational speaking I just did with the women's equality here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am so happy they asked me to come and be a speaker here. It was so great to hear Lisa's story and to see everybody's faces and also spread the word about women can do anything they want to do as long as you believe in yourself. Always remember, start your healing process within. If you believe in yourself, nobody else can tell you you can't be nobody in life. All right? Say it loud, say it proud. It's Trucker's life, baby.
Get up, stretch my legs. East side. Wash my teeth up, wash my